American cowboy. Spirited, daring, and skilled in the saddle.
No joke, those guys are good.
Here in South Texas, it takes a whole lot of guts.
It's better than bacon. Sorry, America.
To earn your spurs.
How can something so deadly taste so good?
The Chisholm Trail is full of larger-than-life characters with an insatiable appetite for adventure.
I was not gonna miss.
That is a heart stopper.
And colorful cuisine.
I can't rope worth a damn, but I can cook a mean set of balls.
In search of the modern-day cowboy.
Wow. Son of a bitch, that's good.
A part of America that will never die.
I'm Andrew Zimmern, and this is Bizarre Food.
May your belly never grumble, may your heart never ache, may your horse never stumble, may your cinch never break. The cowboy is the last great American icon, a romantic, rugged symbol of our frontier past. When Western movies made a splash in Hollywood, the real men seemed to fade into history. Not so in Texas, the birthplace of cowboy culture. You may not find the Marrow man, but you can meet his 21st century incarnation if you know where to look.
The cowboy way of life is still alive and well. You can still experience life the way it used to be for the most part, except for the fact that I have a cell phone in my back pocket.
If you want to find the modern-day cowboy, start out in San Antonio, Texas, the head of the Chisholm Trail. In the 19th century, this bovine highway herded millions of longhorns to the railroads in the north. The 19th century cattle drives are considered the cowboy's golden age, but it's only one side of the history. Real cowboy life began hundreds of years earlier. Just 20 miles south of the city center, on 1,200 open acres, lies the Land Heritage Institute, dedicated to preserving the cultures who lived here long before European settlers set their sights on America.
Well, I started doing what I do now in 1953.
Oh, so a couple years now.
Yeah, a couple of years.
Carl Rodriguez is the chairman of the San Antonio Charro Foundation, a group that celebrates the original Texas cowboy.
It's really nice for me to touch base with the folks that were in my country before I was.
That's important because we're one generation away from losing this culture.
Ramon Vasquez and his family are from the Coahuiltecan Nation, the Indians that settled this land thousands of years ago.
Awesome.
The remaining tribe has fought to keep their heritage alive, which includes the superb horsemanship skills these cowboys, called vaqueros, developed on the haciendas during Spanish rule.
This image that we have in America, that the cowboy is the great symbol of our country, really the first cowboy is right over here.
Yeah, the vaquero.
It's not John Wayne.
No, they were distant cousins.
Informal contests arose between the ranch hands, which turned cattle farming skills into competitions. These contests were the antecedents of the modern rodeo.
The list of things I wish I could do on my horse. See how easy that is?
Vaquero history is also rooted in the foods that have sustained them for centuries. Tripas, Menudo, and Barbacoa. The ranch hands learned to make do with leftovers, so beef serves as the main ingredient in every dish.
Very delicious.
Tripas, the small intestines of a cow, are cleaned, fried to a golden crisp, and eaten with a corn tortilla topped with fresh salsa, or in this case, straight off the griddle.
It's better than bacon. Sorry. Sorry, America.
Menudo is a hearty stew made of beef stomach in a chili pepper base ground here on a metate. Pig's feet are added to enhance the flavor of the broth.
Look at that.
Gloria, Ramon's mother, has kept careful watch over the boiling pot for hours, making sure the meat is tender and infused with flavor.
Oh, that's a nice pit. Oh, wow. Best thing in the whole world is an earth oven. I mean, it just doesn't get any better.
A family gathering of this size calls for barbacoa, a term that America now associates with a generic barbecue technique. It's originally the vaquero's go-to main dish, consisting of an entire cow head. Yesterday, that head was wrapped in agave leaves and herbs.
Smiling at me.
Then, placed in an earthen pit lined with mesquite wood and hot rocks, where it's slowly roasted overnight at low temperature until the meat will practically fall off the bone.
Follow that head. Oh, look at that. That's history in a bowl. People don't understand how much meat is in a head. Oh, yeah. Yes, that is delicious.
Okay, here we are.
Making use of the entire animal was a need, and is now a responsibility, developing into a serious culinary style that's incomparably tasty.
And we were throwing the heads,
Right,
and we were throwing
and
the
the
scraps
hooves,
and
yeah,
all that.
yeah.
And we knew what to do with that already.
This stuff is what you pay the most
yeah.
for in a fancy restaurant now that's goofy.
But very delicious.
Very delicious.
The menudo is served up steaming hot, and Gloria makes sure that each bowl has the right balance of ingredients.
Let's see if you're gonna get a price. Yes, you
Completely,
are.
totally.
The chewy succulence of the pig's feet is the perfect addition to the rich stew.
Look at that. Perfect, perfect.
There you go, enjoy.
Thank you. This is my favorite thing in the whole world. Maybe something a little hot in there. Mmm, beyond delicious. My God.
We have a proud heritage and ancestry that we enjoy teaching to our children because it's real important. And it starts with our food, it starts with our language, it starts with our songs and our friendships.
This food is the kind of food that you share with people that you really like because it takes a lot of hard work. It takes hours. Then these hands pull the meat and make sure that everything that goes onto your plate is perfection. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Mmm.
Oh my God.
This is the type of cooking that crosses cultures and makes you feel like family.
We're just so grateful that you came to visit us, and on behalf of American Indians of Texas, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you so
You're a
much.
doll. I think you're fantastic.
Oh my God, and so are you, but don't tell your wife.
No! That just happened.
Fast forward 400 years and 30 minutes north, the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo is one of the largest in the nation, with over 2 million visitors annually. Just like their vaquero predecessors, early Texas cowboys always flaunted their skills in the ring. For many, the rodeo is the only direct connection to America's rich cowboy history. Like all festivals, there's plenty of food to satisfy the hungry crowds.
Fairgrounds this big, you know what you're gonna have? A lot of crazy food stands, that's what.
Whether it's part of the authentic cowboy experience remains to be seen.
So what makes a food cowboy? I know it when I see it. Glazed donut bacon cheeseburger is a crime against humanity. It's an insult to the donut and the cheeseburger. That's a whole world of turkey leg there. Turkey leg is very cowboy. Part of the cowboy culture, of course, involves bandits. So I think stealing is also something that's legit here. Smoky, sweet, and you make it a little bit spicy. I'm thinking thick grilled bologna sandwich has got to be as cowboy as food gets. Thick grilled bologna sandwich. Neither thick nor grilled. May not even be bologna.
The real excitement of the rodeo can be found in the ring, where one legend has been risking life and limb for nearly 50 years.
It's not if you get hurt, it's when and how bad.
love, guts, and glory. One mortal's chance at fame. His legacy is rodeo, and Cowboy is his name. Cowboy culture has always been linked to showmanship, and the rodeo has remained one of the enduring symbols of America. Some of the bravest men in the ring are the bullfighters. Unlike their Spanish cousins, these heroes distract the angry beast from goring a downed rider.
There's lots of people who say, I would love to do this, and they're done after the first day.
Let's put it this way. We've got a lot of job security.
Right.
Because it's not if you get hurt, it's when and how bad. Knowing that up front, that puts a fear factor in it.
Leon Coffey is a veteran at this sport.
It's life and death. Them bulls fight with each other every day. They can hit you with 2,000 pounds of pressure. That's enough to take a man's head completely off. The whole right side of my face is all plastic and wire because of that. It's a fireman's mentality.
Right.
And there's very few people that possess that with an endurance.
Over the decades, Leon's become a beloved figure at the San Antonio Rodeo.
My granddaughter just can't get enough of your acting.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
And she's 21 right now.
She's 21?
While Coffey retired from bullfighting in 1993, Leon still entertains crowds nightly as a rodeo clown.
How many generations in your family have been working with horses?
4 generations.
Just like the vaqueros centuries before, Leon and his family are part of the untold story of the American cowboy.
There's this great American icon of a man on a horse, and that man usually looks like John Wayne.
No bull rider ever got in a bind about to be run over by a bull and say, send in the white guy, don't send in the black guy. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. Skill took priority over skin color in the West. Many cowboys were freed slaves.
Let me tell you something about the agricultural way of life.
Yeah.
It's not about color. It's about keeping animals alive. It's about growing crops to feed people.
In a mostly segregated country, cowboys created their own social norms.
Oh.
Is this what I think it is?
Jerky?
Homemade.
That's deer jerky.
Peppery, smoky. By the way, from a deer that someone shot. They didn't go buy it at the deer store.
This is the real deal.
Meeting Leon and sharing his homemade jerky was an authentic cowboy experience.
Pleasure has been mine.
It's what I've been looking for at the rodeo food court, but so far, it's been hit or miss.
Churros are one of the foods that I feel automatically fall into the cowboy category simply because historically this is one of the great sweet treats of Mexico, and they did own Texas for quite a long time. Oh, thank you very much. Cayeta, goat's milk caramel. Idols like this were worshipped in ancient times. I just want you to know.
The San Antonio Rodeo is a showy spectacle. 54 miles northwest, a more traditional cowboy understanding can be found in the town of Bandera. Nicknamed the cowboy capital of the world, this town became a major hub as the Chisholm Trail and the cattle drives expanded west.
Bandera is such a pretty little town.
A lot of history here.
Bandera's cowboy legacy continues today. It's common to find as many horses as cars cruising down Main Street. Bandera is also the training center for Tammy Srance, a world champion in the sport of mounted shooting.
Riding down the street like this, I hear the soundtrack to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly in my head.
You need some pistols, though.
Mounted shooting is the fastest growing equine sport in America and involves the skills cowboys deemed essential: dexterity with a firearm and the ability to handle a galloping horse.
This is 11th Street Cowboy Bar. Different kind of cowboys today.
I was gonna see gasoline fed.
Yeah.
Beauties. I like your horses. Nice job.
Tammy has offered to teach me the ropes tomorrow, and she's brought her students, Becky, Carl, and Lee, along to share their stories over a hearty Texas meal.
Well, here we are. I hope you're hungry.
I am never not hungry. You can always fit in a meal. Oh, horse parking.
Once a blacksmithing operation that shoed hundreds of horses, TJ's at the Old Forge restaurant now cranks out hearty Texas fare, such as bacon-wrapped quail, prime rib, and hog shanks.
Well, it's the little shanks.
Never had them before. I will get them.
Delicious. And this is very good. A jalapeno stuffed quail with bacon. Very good. I wish they sold them in movie theaters.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bacon's good.
How's your prime rib? Mine is great.
Mine is wonderful.
Very happy?
Very, very good.
If somebody wants to buy the ahi to try it,
No one cares about your tuna, Carl.
We're all on beef.
As a sportsman, as an outdoorsman, I'm so excited about this. How did you get into it?
Honestly?
Yeah, honestly.
On a date, I was trying to be cool.
And you had a natural proficiency for it?
No, I had a natural desire to hate losing. And I just thought, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it with everything I've got.
What happened to the guy?
I still got the horse.
Tammy's as good as her word. She's the first cowgirl in history to beat the men at the overall shooting title. And like all cowboys, she has a close relationship with her horse.
And I look at my horse that I won all my world championships on, and I can't thank that horse enough. I had a brain injury in 2012 from a drunk driver, and he helped me rehab back. He gave me my confidence back, my courage back. I trusted him. He's there for me, more than anyone else has ever been.
That's a wonderful story. You have an appreciation for life. Life is short, and it's fired at point-blank range.
It's like a big old game of cowboys and Indians.
Here in the ring, it's more than a game, it's a true challenge.
There you go. You can't miss now. You're almost clean.
In addition to a quick draw, it takes courage and mettle for a cowboy to survive out on the prairie.
If it's handled wrong, it's deadly.
This part of Texas a long time ago was the heart of Comanche country, so cowboys coming on cattle drives through here faced immense danger. These days, the most dangerous thing that cowboys and cowgirls face, it turns out, are balloons. Come on.
While the town of Bandera is no longer Indian territory, it still pays to be mounted and armed in Texas Hill Country. These days, it's for sport and not for survival.
It's a timed event. No one likes to lose.
Right.
So everyone always goes faster than they should.
Right.
And then speed will come later.
I'm reading between the lines here that you're telling me...
Slow down.
Slow down. Slow down, big fella.
Slow down.
I've heard that before.
World-class mounted shooter Tammy Srance has invited me to test my skills at her training center just outside of town.
Annie Oakley came before you.
Yes.
I mean, you are the current iteration, the current generation, despite the fact that you come from Perth.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm more of an Aussie Oakley.
I see what you did there.
Tammy was drawn to the sport for its connection to cowboy history and to put a female face on the male-dominated world of rodeo. She's also a skilled teacher, drawing dozens of new recruits each year.
Hammer trigger. Okay, good. Wait. Hand up. Hammer trigger. Okay, so that's how you want to do it. Okay. Hammer trigger, wait. Hammer trigger, wait. Hand still, 3 o'clock. Simple.
Yeah, simple. On a horse.
The goal of the course is to hit all 10 targets while maintaining maximum speed, so accuracy is key.
3 o'clock. I'm not sure that's how they practice in the Old West.
Let me tell you something, this is the New West.
Keeping a constant pace and a sure shot is difficult, even on foot.
Keep your hand straight, hammer trigger. Good job, keep going. Look at it. Ah, did you index it wrong? Keep cycling. Don't quit now. There you go.
You were so right. I did the thing that you shouldn't do.
There you go.
A round on horseback will be the true test.
There you go.
Come on.
There you go, change your gun. Keep moving, time to vent. Woohoo!
Come on.
Look at it, look at it. Ah, good job. Way to go. You know what? You're actually really good.
I'm assuming that's pretty much as fast as a human being can do that.
You know, I mean, it's a timed event.
Here's the deal. It's you and me.
Are we in a competition?
Since we got in the ring.
Yeah.
So far, you're all belt buckle and hat. That's all I know. I just shot 10 for 10, 25 seconds. I got an ice cold ginger ale, says you don't stand.
That, yeah.
Now it's
yeah.
on?
Now we're talking.
Now it's on. All right.
This is your time going down.
Speed, confidence, and communication with your horse, the Cowgirls trifecta.
She's good. A real cowboy doesn't welsh on his bets.
Okay. Thanks.
Rodeo has remained a symbol of the American cowboy and cowgirl, and many believe they only live on in the show arena. In Texas, it's not nostalgia, it's a necessity. 200 miles east and close to the original Chisholm Trail lies Chapel Hill, where the working cowboy is a way of life. John and Tanya Elick chose this land to build Texas ranch life because of its rich soil and history.
John, how many generations your family been here?
My grandpa came here in the 1850s, and 12, 13, 14 years old, he started riding the Chisholm Trail.
Living off the land is something that comes naturally to this cowboy.
So how many acres do you guys have here?
Probably about 1,800 or so. This ranch here has mainly the longhorn cow herd. They're wild animals. They're free-ranging animals.
Right.
There's buffalo here that haven't been here in 150 years.
I can tell you right now that animals left to graze free on healthy grass like that are one of the best meats.
Uh-oh, there you go. There you go, bud.
A simple saute of butter, jalapenos, onions, and thyme turns this freshly caught bass into a snack for two.
Oh, man, those get crunchy. It's better than chips.
This is beautiful. My friend, that is delicious. Man, is that good.
There's some good lessons to be learned by getting a little closer to nature.
That is true.
Being close to nature is in a cowboy's genes. And there are a few diehards that refuse to give up the old ways.
The chuck wagon crew, proud descendants of our country's greatest heritage.
No modern technology here, just a cast iron pot over an open fire, a freshly slaughtered calf, and a teepee.
You take the wall side because you snore.
Cowboys travel on their stomachs, so meals were critical for a happy and hard-working crew on the trails. As the cattle drives grew and the trails expanded, keeping cowboys fed was a key part of the journey.
The most important person on the cattle drive was not the cattle master or the head cattle driver. It was the camp cook, the man who ran the chuck wagon.
Just a short ride west of the Elick Ranch is a campsite dedicated to the true chuck wagon experience.
How old is this little fella?
Oh, it's probably a yearling here.
That's good eating.
All right, you boys are jerking the britches off of her?
Yes, sir. Oh, my Lord. How are you, my friend?
Just fine, just fine. You're doing a good job.
Nicknamed the Outlaw Chef, Terry Chandler has spent years perfecting the techniques of open-fire cooking on his historic chuck wagon. He's served up cowboy cuisine for ranches all over the Southwest and runs his own award-winning restaurant in Fort Worth.
Nobody else gets to do this.
No one. I mean, this is the fun part.
Yes, sir.
For me, experiencing something that goes back to a way of life that doesn't exist anymore.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't call you the last bottle of water in the desert, but you're pretty darn close.
Well, there's a few of us in Texas that aren't gonna stop.
A freshly slaughtered calf is the base for one of the most beloved cowboy recipes, son of a bitch stew.
When a calf is slaughtered like this, and there's no refrigeration, they made a stew out of the edible meats, all the entrails that would go bad first.
The stew consists of the calf's organs, including the heart, the tongue, the stomach, and the liver.
We're not gonna do brains in our stew today. Our stew isn't gonna have any brains.
Sounds like all the guys in my team.
Hey, we're used to working with that.
Each cook has his own take on the dish, but they all swear that if an SOB ain't got guts, he's no SOB.
We're looking to save the mar gut.
Okay.
The one essential ingredient is the marrow gut. This tube, connected to a calf's stomach, gives the stew a milky sweet overtone to its meaty base.
I'm just gonna say it right now. Fresh calf's liver, sorry, nothing better. Period. End of discussion.
Take one more out of there.
Well,
he's a carnivore, folks.
Hey.
When a calf couldn't be spared, the cook had to improvise, and there were plenty of rattlesnakes on the trails.
So how do they catch them?
You just creep over the hill and just start grabbing them and throwing them to somebody that's got a bucket.
You know, you make it sound kind of like pick up a posy, put it in the basket. I mean, you know, it's not quite that easy, is it?
Well, it's kind of like a gun. If it's handled wrong, it's deadly.
In the 19th century, a rattler bite was often fatal, so sometimes it was best to make the first strike.
Done deal.
One less hazard and a few less hungry cowboys.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. Rattlesnake is a versatile meat, but the prepping process can be tricky.
He's still twitching.
He'll twitch for about 3 hours. There you go.
Richard, the camp's resident blacksmith, has skinned his share.
Right there is his rectum.
Rectum. Oh, we killed him.
I can't see that one. I'm glad this snake's not pregnant. Rattlesnakes, they birth live. If you open one up, it might have a sack full of babies in it.
Is that true?
And they're the most poisonous of all.
Are you kidding me? Thanks for telling me now.
Look at that beast.
That is a nice one.
Its muscles still writhing until meeting the boiling oil. The snake fries up quickly, but the stew will take several hours to cook.
Nice and rustic. Flavors of old.
Gorgeous.
Rich.
Well, it was walking around 2 hours ago.
Right.
Raw, fresh calf's liver is one of the purest flavor experiences on the planet. The heart is one of the most prized meats, so not all of it is destined for the stew.
This heart meat, man, it is really rich tasting.
It's the best.
We're gonna bacon wrap some of it and we're gonna grill it.
This looks like a splatter movie over here.
The organs need time to tenderize and seep their flavor into the liver broth.
That is just delicious looking. It smells really good.
Alrighty. We'll give our guts a little stir.
This right here, that is a beauty. Oh my God, unicorn!
A dozen hungry cowboys can lead to chaos.
What in the name of all that is holy are you doing?
Well, I wanted to get the shoulders off that cow so the coyotes wouldn't get them this evening.
No one's on coyote duty?
The coyotes can smell whiskey, and when they smell whiskey, they know there's nobody on coyote duty.
The chuck wagon was not only a kitchen, it was a social hub and the cowboys' true home on the range.
I gotta have some of that snake.
How come something so deadly tastes so good?
I can say that about some women I know.
Grilled bone marrow is known for its rich, smooth taste.
That's cowboy butter right there.
That is a heart stopper. Oh man.
That's like a meat hug.
When food is this good, you just need to look me in the eyes and tell me you love me.
I love you.
Oh.
Grilled ribeye skewers and the bacon-wrapped calf hearts with jalapeno round out the meal.
I want one of these right here.
This
I never
is
thought
sick
I'd
good.
ask for it. It's unbelievable.
Well, let's see what this tastes like.
You gotta be kidding me. Look at this. There's just all the tripe cooked down in there, a little bit of tongue, a little bit of tenderloin. You know what I can tell already from the smell is that liver broth. Delicious.
You're gonna make me throw my hat down and dance around it again.
There you go.
If you don't like this, got something wrong with you.
These guys are lots of laughs, but this is serious food.
Tucked in your tent, I'll tell you a good night story, and you take the wall side because you snore.
I ain't taking my boots off.
No, neither am I.
Okay.
Good night.
A cowboy's rest is vital, as there is no telling what the next day will bring.
Scary as all get out, standing here in the ring.
Oh, that was close.
On the cattle drives, chuck wagon cooks were the earliest risers. Terry Chandler's no exception.
Get up, I told you.
As soon as the sun is up, he'll have a dozen hungry cowboys on his hands.
I mean, this is the other part about why you do this, right?
Yes, it is. When are you gonna wake up into fog or a beautiful lake, breathe that air in? You go get some breakfast?
Believe it or not, I'm actually hungry again. And you didn't snore as loudly as I thought you would last night.
Well, you have your good nights, don't you?
Come on.
Terry's crafting his own take on the classic cowboy skillet meal of calf brains and eggs.
We're gonna do something a little non-traditional. We're gonna throw some chorizo in there.
Sure.
His homemade chorizo comes two ways, flavored with guajillo chiles that give the sausage a sweet red spiciness.
God, that smell is fantastic.
And a green one, made with cilantro and epazote, a savory herb that grows wild all over Texas.
Boy, oh boy. Breakfast is looking yummier and yummier.
Here's the brains.
It's a beauty.
Using the brains from yesterday's butchered calf, this breakfast is full of complex flavors, but it's easy to cook. Speed is important when dealing with a famished crew.
Geez, cooking for the 10 or 12 of us is hard work. Imagine a whole squadron of ornery cowboys.
I don't have to imagine. They don't have any choice but to eat what I put out, and if they piss me off, they'll get a rock.
Jokes aside, the chuck wagon cook did wield a lot of power on the drives.
Oh!
I'll eat that one. There it is.
Hot! The cookie's word was law, and if you broke the rules, you didn't eat. Which would be a shame on Terry's watch.
I mean, brains really do have a great flavor.
Right.
It's got just enough organy flavor to keep me happy. But you throw that chorizo in there, delicious. Absolutely delicious. Game changer.
That's good stuff.
Oh my God. The one piece of crispy bacon, I'm not gonna lie. Nice little feature, you might want to get on that.
We're gonna hire you full time.
Terry and his group are preserving a part of cowboy history and proving that simple wood-fired food is second to none.
Hanging out with brothers in the kitchen, that's what food and cooking is made of. And to get the lesson, to get the wisdom, to get the laughs from you guys, it was absolutely unbelievable. This was a day and a night I'll never forget. Seriously. See you later, guys.
Thank you.
Can't see him go.
Texas ranch life is only a few miles' ride from Terry's campsite. With 8 restored homes on the grounds, visitors can explore, stay overnight, and experience an authentic working ranch. Today, John Elick and his 2 ranch hands, Craig and Chris, are planning to castrate and brand their bull calves.
Stick with me.
It's an important task and a real glimpse into a modern cowboy life.
Go out here and see how round up this big pasture.
The invention of barbed wire eventually ended the open range, but the technique of herding cattle has stayed the same.
If we have that calf right there wants to break away, we're gonna come on up. Stay with me, Andrew?
Yep.
Get on this side, a little closer.
It's the subtle but strong direction by the cowboy that leads the calf back to the herd.
Say he turned back, handle him, help him, and then the rest of the time, leave him alone. So right now, we've got him in the pocket, so this herd is pretty much ours at this.
So far, so good.
Once they're in the ring, the cowboys can get to work. To safely restrain their calves, they'll use a roping technique that demands precision.
But he's gonna fall.
There we go. Head and foot.
And perfect timing. The exact reason why these skills are revered in today's rodeo.
Amazing. Amazing. No joke, those guys are good. I will also share with you, no joke, scary as all get out standing here in the ring.
Branding started on the cattle trails to discourage rustlers from stealing prized property.
Rocket, rocket. Back and forth, too. That has him.
It's still used on ranches today to ID their steers.
Good brand.
Rope, brand, cut, lather, rinse, repeat. Oh, nice toss, Craig. Wow. Boom.
Castration is necessary to curb aggression in growing bulls.
Now, this is vitally necessary because it takes away their testosterone, the meat gets better, they're less feisty.
Only 2 ropes are holding down this irate calf.
Oh, you all right? That was close.
This can be dangerous business.
1.
Don't put them in your pocket because they get a little stinky after a couple days.
Only if you forget they're there, Craig.
I know.
Rookie. Thank you.
A true cowboy doesn't let one of the tastiest parts go to waste.
That's 2-person meal right there.
That's Thanksgiving.
Calf balls are usually battered and deep fried, but I don't want to mask their mild, earthy flavor.
Salt, lemon, onion, hot chili. Everyone likes them fried. I prefer them hard sauteed like this. I'm gonna be interested to see what you think about these.
Okay. I've had them just on a branding pot. You know, when you cut them, just throw them on there, just eat them like that.
The branding fire is just the right heat to sear these to perfection.
I never thought she'd cook it like that, but I sit there and eat that whole plate.
I can't rope worth a damn, but I can cook a mean set of balls.
That's pretty damn good eating. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed, Craig. Goal for weekend checked off.
That's good stuff. I like it.
Beef isn't the only staple on this Texas ranch.
Oh, I like her.
Do you have a mini lasso?
That is, if you can catch it.
Oh, I almost had him.
The Old West is not a certain place in a certain time, it's a state of mind. Here at Texas Ranch Life, the owners pride themselves in tending to the land that's given back for generations.
So you have all these chickens and turkeys and geese and duck just wandering around here.
They are free range, and let me tell you what, it's some pretty good eating.
John Elick raises the cattle, while wife Tanya and their daughter Ashlyn maintain the farm.
I mean, here's the thing, you can't eat red meat all the time.
Don't tell Dad that. He would eat red meat all the time if it were possible.
A thriving chicken coop has a male rooster for about every dozen hens, but roosters aren't the easiest birds to raise. They can get very aggressive and protective of their brood.
Do you have one that you have an eye on that wakes you up a little too frequently in the mornings? All of it?
Well, waking me up is not a bad thing. It's jumping on my back when I'm trying to get the eggs out of the hen house. Ah, that one.
That guy?
I don't know if we can get him, but I don't like him.
Today, one of the worst bullies will end up in the stew pot.
Well, you hold on to this.
All right.
And let me see what I can do.
Watch out for the spurs.
Do you have a mini lasso?
Eating this fresh can take lots of effort.
Oh, I like her. Tim.
Leave her alone. Oh, I almost had him.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
All right, then.
Let's go make some stew.
An ornery rooster doesn't guarantee delicious meat, but a farm-raised bird does due to its natural diet and higher fat content.
Look at the color of that fat.
This is some good eating.
This is the best tasting meat. You just don't want the toes.
Those toenails are a chicken foot lover's worst nightmare, and the rest of the chicken feet will add depth of flavor and collagen to the stock.
My grandmother would be so proud.
All cowboys thrive on a filling meal, so potatoes, kale, carrots, and green onions are added to the soup. The preferred hearty side, a traditional cornmeal biscuit that the Elix call corn pone.
You fry them up, and they're great to stick in your pocket. Like on a cattle driver or a cowboy, it'd be a wonderful thing.
Sort of like the baked good version of beef jerky.
Corn pone was a convenient snack on the cattle trails, but it's even better when dipped in rooster stew.
Hot, but they're good cold too.
They're good always.
Feed a hungry person coming off of the ranch, whether it's lunch or dinner.
Yeah.
Having a meal this delicious is a just reward for a grueling day.
Andrew likes the corn pones.
I like the corn pones, John. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Good stuff.
This smells fantastic. Fresh vegetables out of the garden, rooster/chicken that we killed this morning, soup. It just does not get any better.
Corn pone.
Corn pone, I mean, simple is good. Oh, and you're right about dipping these in there, too.
This simplicity is timeless and defines cowboy living.
If you squint, you could be back in the 1800s.
You know, they had it pretty good.
Yeah. But while so much has changed, so much has stayed the same. And I think people who are reclaiming parts of that are pretty solid. Also, your jaw's kind of Marlboro Man-ish.
Ran out of razors.
Hard work, honesty, and living in harmony with the land. It's the motto of cowboy living. These values stretch back for hundreds and hundreds of years, and this spirit endures in Texas. The people that have kept this lifestyle alive are as diverse as America herself. These men and women, like the cowboys before them, have forged their own way, holding onto traditions and setting a new standard for modern country life.
So just remember, the next time you're in cowboy country, if it looks good, eat it.